with a dad bod god. Just kind of like
the blood fighter Alex Cologne, and you.
Hey, this is Billy Starks.
Everybody, it's the epitome of style with the smile, the human hype machine, and co-host of Oh You Didn't Know, Ryan Katz. And
Well, this is your boy OG Kevin Gill from the legendary and revolutionary Game Changer Wrestling crew. You were watching Drinking at Moe's. Drink it.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Drinking at Moe's, my 2 cents. There has been reports recently of Triple H being underwhelmed, disappointed with some of the recent returns. Well, I've been excited for a lot of them. You know, in my opinion, Triple H has been righting a lot of the wrongs that have been brought up with the mass firings that happened during the pandemic and all that. Now, I'll go over some of the people that have been brought back. Now, I'll admit, if I have left out anybody from this list, by all means, add it in the comments, let me know. And hey, like I always say, I welcome the debate if you don't agree with my opinion on any of these. But like the title says, it's my 2 cents, so my opinion. Now, some of the people that have been brought back. There has been Braun Strowman, Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, which still seems weird to me with, it having been Io Shirai, but whatever. Tegan Knox, Karrion Kross, Gallows and Anderson, Dexter Lumis, Hit Row, and most recently, just as of like a week ago, Bronson Reed, Jonah, as he was known in the independents and over in New Japan, which I'm excited for that one. But, just been back. So can't really say whether or not or the result is going to lead to Triple H being disappointed. Honestly, knowing what he is capable of, I don't think they'll be disappointed. Anyways, here are some of the people that I suspect maybe being in that group of being Triple H being underwhelmed or maybe disappointed with. And you know what? Nothing against some of these, but creative and whatever they do, it is what it is. First one, Braun Strowman. Now, initially, I was excited. I was very excited to see him back because during that first run, I was indeed a fan. And you know what? I still think he could be something really great. But creative just seems a bit off. And I guess, in my opinion, it just seems like they don't really know what they're doing with him. Like, the storylines that he's been in, he hasn't really been in a storyline besides his deal with Gunther, but who the fuck knows where that's going right now? That's craziness. And then Karrion Kross. Again, I'm a fan of his. Huge fan of his. The storyline that he had going there with Drew McIntyre, I was actually liking it. Some people not so much, but hey, for one, I liked it. Now, it seems like he's leading into something with Rey Mysterio. That'll be interesting. But, ever since the thing with Drew McIntyre ended, things have been seeming a little off as far as creative has with him. When things were going with Drew McIntyre, it seems like they were really pushing. Like things were really picking up, and he might really have something going there. But now it seems like that push is pretty much gone away. I mean, hopefully this thing with Rey Mysterio leads into something special, because good Lord, you saw what Karrion Kross could do on the independents after he got released from WWE. So hopefully things flip back around there. Now, the other one on my list here that I personally feel like might be Hit Row. Before, in that first run, before they all got released, they had Swerve. And personally, I feel like he made that group. He had, and still does have, that something special. The stuff that he's doing in AEW, even right now, while I might be a little perplexed by, this whole mogul affiliates thing, I'm willing to give it a chance, see where it goes. The potential for the Swerve and the mogul affiliates going up against, Keith Lee recently, which the episode is coming out. Oh, well, by the time this episode of My Two Cents comes out, it will have come out with JD Griffey, Keith Lee, JD Griffey, Shane Taylor, big Shane Taylor Promotions thing. That has some very good potential. So I'm willing to give it a shot on that end, but back to WWE stuff. And again, like I always say, if you don't agree with my opinion, by all means, let me know in the comments, YouTube, and by all means, let me know on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let me know. I welcome the debate. But ever since Hit Row has come back, it's just big underwhelming for me. Like, I'm like, initially, oh, Hit Row, okay. I still say that Swerve made the group. Each of them did have something special. So it's like, all right, let's see where this goes. And ever since, it's just been meh. Like, I don't get it. So I guess we'll see. But especially this last week on SmackDown when they had the tag title match, I'm like, good God, do not tell me after this whole reign that the Usos have had that you are going to take the tag titles off of them and put them on Hit Row, which, to be honest, since they've come back, they haven't impressed me anyways. Like I said, my 2 cents, my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Now, there have been some of these people that have come back that have had pretty decent, reactions when they've come back, and some pretty decent success. You have Dakota Kai and Io Sky, women's tag champs. They got a pretty interesting thing going there with Bailey. Damage control, damage guitar. I don't get why they spell it like that, but whatever. That whole thing been pretty good. Johnny Gargano and his whole deal with him and Dexter Lumis and The Miz. I found it relatively entertaining. Now that storyline hopefully has concluded, let's see where this leads to things with Johnny Gargano. And, the thing with Dexter Lumis, he's an interesting character. But with how things went with Bronson Reed there at the end of that ladder match, leading to The Miz winning, it's going to be interesting to see how Bronson Reed, Dexter Lumis, looking like that might be a thing. So, they have something good there. Gallows and Anderson joining AJ Styles, reforming the OC. And I almost forgot, also added into that whole thing, Mia Yim. That whole storyline, it's, I like the group. The thing with Judgment Day, they've had some decent stuff. Kind of reinvigorated the whole Judgment Day thing because that had been growing kind of stale. But that's been going good. Tegan Knox hasn't really been back for that long, so can't really comment there on if she can be seen as underwhelming or a disappointment. And Candice LeRae, I'm willing to give it a shot because she hasn't been back as long as some of the others. And anybody that's known her from the stuff in NXT with that first run, and the stuff she's done with the independents, I'm willing to give it a shot. They start getting her in there and actually using her, it might turn into something good. So like I said, that's my list with the who could be the disappointments with Triple H. Like I said, none of the names, there weren't anybody named during the report that came out. I believe it was either, I'm not even going to name who reported it because, like I said, none of the names came out. So, I don't think that would have been wise to even name them because then it's like, oh shit. But anyways, that is about all I have for this episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, as I always say, because that helps out. YouTube, podcast platforms, leave a review. Definitely helps out there. Got plenty of good stuff coming up. And even a sponsorship deal, which when that gets finalized, I'll definitely be happy to announce. So anyways, that is about it. Have a good one, everybody. Let's fucking go.